Welcome to a brand new video. My name is Deanna Lynn, and my purpose is to guide you in architecting a brand new reality by shifting your internal experience. Okay, so we're going to talk about the emotional authority. So the emotional authority is when you have a defined solar plexus. So when you're looking at your human design, this is the solar plexus. Now this is actually opposite in my screen here. So I have it defined. So you're either going to have it colored in or you're not going to have it colored in. And when it's colored in, it means that this is your inner authority. So it's always going to trump your type. So whether that be a manifestor, a generator, a manifesting generator, projector, reflector, whatever that is, this inner authority is going to trump it, okay? And so that means that you need to be paying attention to your emotions and the emotional waves that are flowing through your body when you are making decisions, okay? Now, if you have it undefined and you are hanging out with somebody who has it defined, it's going to affect you like you have a defined emotional solar plexus. Okay, so it's really important for everybody to watch this video. Okay, so what happens is we have these emotional waves that are flowing through us because we are emotional beings. And the thing with emotions is emotions are actually just chemical reactions that are happening inside of our body, and they don't mean anything. It's these stories and the thoughts and the experiences of our lives that actually make them feel a certain way inside of our body. We make them feel good. We make them feel bad based on what we're tying to it. And we try to escape the ones that feel bad because of all the stories and thoughts that go with them. Okay, so if you take all of that out of the equation, then the experience of the emotion isn't as bad as we make it out to be when it's considered a negative emotion. Okay, so just remember, it's a chemical reaction. And the more that you resist it and you're like, I don't want to feel it, I don't want to feel it, I don't want to feel it because it doesn't feel good, you're actually exasperating it and making it worse, and you're making it stick around longer. So if you can just focus on being with these emotions that come up and just remember that they are chemical reactions, then they're going to pass so much faster than if we're resisting and not trying to feel all of the things, if that makes sense to you. So there's 3 types of emotional waves that travel through our bodies. And so you can look at your human design to see which of these emotional waves run through you, but also you need to take a look at that if you have an undefined channel in this certain wave, then you still could be experiencing it if you are around somebody who has a defined channel. That's the thing, is like we are mirrors of each other. And so if you are a blank slate and you're near somebody who has it filled in, then you're going to mirror that and you're going to experience that. So that's what it's like being a human. So we're always taking on different energies of other people unless we are fully defined in that area. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So there's 3 different waves. So there's the individual, there's the tribal, and there's the collective. So when you're looking at your human design, let's see if I can see this here. Whoop, whoop. You can see that there are little numbers in here, and you can see right here, I have this line. So this is a 41 and a 30. So this is a channel and it's defined. So in that channel, I feel that emotional wave. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to pull out your human design chart, pause this video if you need to so you can follow along with this, and I want you to look on your chart. So any of these lines, let me bring it back here for you. So any of these lines that are going to this center are part of the emotional wave. So you're going to look to see if this one's filled in, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so I'll tell you what numbers are related to which wave and what the wave means. Okay, so when you're looking at your chart, the individual waves are the channel and the gates. So the gate is the number, the channel is the line in between it. So we're looking at 12 to 22. That is one of the individual emotional waves. okay? So just take note and put a little asterisk or write individual wave beside that one if you have it defined. And then the other one in the individual wave is 55 to 39. Okay, so make note of that one as well. And the individual wave is having this super high and this super low. So you're going from hope to pain back and forth. And it is the most dramatic one, okay? So just recognizing that when you're having this huge up and down wave, that it's just that chemical reaction, right? Just be with it, okay? So we're just gonna step into that observer role with these things, okay? The next one is the tribal. So the tribal is 40 to 37. It's 49 to 19. And it's 6 to 59. And these waves are the mildest ones. These are gentle ups and downs, okay? So you're not going to notice them as much as you would the individual wave, okay? And the last one is the collective wave. And this one is 30 to 41 and 36 to 56. And this wave is going to be this like slow climb up to feeling good, and then this huge crash, and then this slow climb up, and then a huge crash. And the crashes aren't going to last very long, especially if you're not attaching to it, if you're not resisting to it. If you just let it be, it's going to release so much quicker, okay? So the importance of knowing which waves they are is knowing how long they're going to stick around, and it's going to be easier for you to monitor them when you're living your life and you're trying to make decisions. If you know that you've got the collective wave running through you and you have that like super high and then all of a sudden you have a crash, you're not going to think it's the end of the world and that you're not going to be able to get to that point where you can make decisions, that you're going to be staying in this for a long time. Just know that maybe you need to like meditate for 10 or 15 minutes and then it's gone and then you're back to normal. So really keeping track of these waves is, if you want, like keep a journal or keep like a mood tracker. You can get an app on your phone, and that's going to help you realize your ups and downs and what are the emotions that go with it. So you can start to see a pattern over time of what happens, right? Like I know before I knew this, when I'd had these like big highs and these big lows, I would get into that low period and I would feel like it was like the end of the world, right? And didn't know when it was going to end. So at least knowing this now, that this is just a wave that's flowing through you and it's going to subside and things are going to feel good again, okay? Know that this is not something that's going to change. It's just a matter of how you respond to it, right? Like if you're not reacting to it and resisting it, then it's going to make life so much easier for you. It's also going to make it a little bit easier for you when you make plans with people and say you're going to do things. You might not want to actually make plans, because who knows what wave is going to be going through you in the moment. I know that's for me. Like if I make plans down the road and then the day comes and I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like I can go do this thing. And then I'm so hard on myself. Having this knowledge is going to help you to be able to work through these things and communicating this with other people. Okay, I'm in this, emotional wave. Like everything's fine, but I just need to go ride this out on my own. Like I don't want to affect you. So when you are defined in this area and you're around people that are undefined, it's so important that you really take responsibility for your emotions and pull yourself away from these people, because the people who are undefined, they are going to be affected by this so much more than you are. Like when you're undefined and you're receiving this information or these emotions from other people, you experience it at a whole different level, okay? So if you can start taking responsibility for your emotions, then you're going to notice that people around you are going to be a little bit happier. So if you're like, okay, I'm on this like huge crash, this super low, let me just go have some alone time and ride this out so I'm not affecting people that I'm around. And you'll notice that your relationships will be so much better when you just acknowledge this and you go do your thing, right? Okay, so when it comes to decision making, you do not want to make any kind of decision when you're riding an emotional wave. So when you're in that super high point, it's so easy to say yes to all of these things, and then all of a sudden you have this huge crash and you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, why did I say yes to doing this thing? So now I don't want to do it, and I'm not in a space to do it. So that's not the time when you're supposed to say yes. You're supposed to go through the wave, get to a calm place, and then see how it feels in your body. Is it a yes or a no? When you're feeling calm and something feels good, then go ahead and do the thing. And you can even check in with your type as well. So if you're any type of generator, then you're checking in with your sacral, right? Like the yes or the no. But you're only going to be able to get that clear yes or no. I can tell you this from experience, that when you're on this emotional wave, you're not going to get a clear yes or no, because nothing feels good when you're on that low, okay? So we need to get to that point where we're in that calm space where it doesn't matter what happens. You're not attached to yet doing the thing or not doing the thing, right? So get yourself in that calm place. You've stopped riding that wave, and then you can check in with your yes or no, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, dive in and just see which are the emotional waves that you have in your body. And then also, if you know what other people are, if you can take a look at their human design, you can see what certain people that you're around, how you're going to be affected by them, which will be also helpful. So if you know what your partner is, or your best friend, whoever you spend most of the time with, if they have one of the channels defined and you don't, and then all of a sudden you're riding these waves with them, you're going to know why. Okay, when you're with certain people, why do I get super high and then super low, right? It's because you're tapping into their channels. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and have fun with this information. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content in this video, just hit the little like button underneath the video, and feel free to leave me any comments and questions. I would absolutely love to get back to you. Hit that subscribe button to be notified of all future videos and content coming out.